Hello, hello. Thank you for joining me here at Leaping Lotus Tarot. Let's start this message off with an oracle reading. We'll just pull a few cards from the Angel Guide Oracle. Take a deep breath for me if you would. Set your intention for the message you're needing to hear or get an answer from today, and we'll see if this resonates for you. Hit like and subscribe, please, if this is something that you enjoy. It helps the channel greatly. It is free to do so, and it helps get the message out there for people who need to hear it. Ooh, okay, so we've got, let's see, I want to get one more. Let's just get one more. We got two out already, and one didn't really want to come out, so we're going to do that one last and see what the more subtle, it's interesting. So I kind of interpreted that as like the card kind of slammed on it really hard and it didn't jump out, and so I kind of took that as like, okay, there's something that like needs to be addressed here pretty aggressively, but it's hidden. So let's see, the first one that came out very strongly was power and intention. So this is beautiful imagery on this card. As always, I'll leave it in the description box in case you guys want to order it for yourself. This isn't an affiliate link or anything, but I happen to choose pretty decks, so if you think so as well, go check these out. I usually just get stuff from Barnes & Noble or Books A Million. I like supporting the brick and mortar businesses. But yeah, power and intention. So we've got a masculine energy here, very powerful in his manifestation, and he's very clear about what he wants to do. He's very driven towards it, he's empowered to do so, and he's got his eye, he's got the intention, right? We also have friendship and union. When I was initially shuffling this deck, this was at the bottom of the deck, and so the fact it came out, I almost said something about it, but I was like, no, we'll just see what comes out, and this came out. So friendship and union, very powerful here. And we got two feminine energies, so I don't know, it's interesting that we have the power and intention, we have friendship and union. So maybe the genders isn't relevant here at all. And now let's see what card. Ooh, clear, cancel, and release. Ooh, so this was the card that I said was kind of aggressively needing to be acknowledged, but did not flip out. So, for some people, this is a releasing of a friendship, okay? Some people may have a best friendship that it's come time to kind of go your own path. Maybe this friend doesn't want the best for you. Maybe they love you and have the best intention for you, but somehow they're not in alignment with where you're going in life. Okay, but you have a clear power and intention of what you're doing, and they just may not agree with it. So you may have to cancel some people out of your life or release them. Maybe they come back around at a later point in your life, but maybe this just isn't their time in your life. I don't know. Let's see. Let's ask the tarot. We have the Kawaii tarot. This deck is super cute. I got this from like a kid's store, actually. This was the only tarot deck they had in the whole building, and I was like, all right, I have to buy it. Okay, we got 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, that's a little heavy here. So if this is a friendship situation, this could be family. This could be someone in your family you're having to cut out a little bit. Knight of Swords. Something about speed, something about intentional, intention, right? Something about intentional movement, but it's in a fast sort of way. Nothing slow about that energy. Ooh, we have a King of Swords, but we also have a King of Pentacles. For some people that are resonating with this being a romantic connection and not like a friend or a family member, this could be somebody who's having to make a choice between two masculine energies. Maybe if you're having a friendship, maybe there's two masculines, Two of Wands. Yeah, there's just a passionate decision that has to be made. So what I'm kind of getting here is if you have a friendship and say you're actually with somebody right now, your friend may either not like this new, maybe you're in a relationship, right? And they either don't like the person you're with and think you should be with this new person, or they like the person you're with and they're saying, don't be with this new person. But whatever that is, that whichever one that you're wanting and they're not wanting or whatever, it's like the opposite. So take it how it resonates, but maybe this person, maybe you want to stay with your spouse and this person's encouraging you to leave, or maybe you want to be with a new person and your friend is encouraging you to stay. So either way, this is your decision with the Two of Wands. This is your passionate decision, but whoever this friend is, I think might just be not agreeing with how you're going about things. And the reason I say that is not only because of the clear, cancel, and release, but because of the fact that 10 of Pentacles is in reverse. 10 of Pentacles upright is a super happy, abundant family card where everybody's come together and it's just a great, super happy family card. And with it being in reverse, there's definitely a little bit of tension or isolation or something's estranging people, okay? So let's see if we can get a little bit more details from the tarot. Tell me more about that Knight of Swords. I'm clearing the deck with this beautiful purple amethyst crystal here. Again, if you've made it this far, guys, please hit that like. Please drop a comment. It's really helpful. Okay. Tell me more about the Knight of Swords. Tell me about the speed. Why is this moving in quickly? What aspect does that have to do with this reading? All right, this is the Knight of Swords clarity. Six of Cups. Huh. Okay. And in tandem with the Hanged Man, pause and surrender. So with this Two of Wands and the decision you have to make, with the Six of Cups, that can kind of be a nostalgia energy. The sixes are kind of like balancing cards, similar to like the Six of Pentacles and stuff. So there's some sort of like balancing of a soulmate energy, or like equal give and take in a partnership, or remembering the old good times. So if you're maybe wanting to stay with this person that you're currently with, maybe there's some aspect of, you know, I don't want to let go of the good memories of the past. Maybe things have changed. Maybe you guys have changed a lot over time. Or maybe not, right? But this is something about nostalgia or remembering the past. So maybe you're holding on to this person because a lot of the past. And, you know, maybe your friend's saying, hey, this person's changed, or you've changed and you guys aren't compatible anymore. So there's an aspect of holding on to the past here a little bit. But then there's the Hanged Man, which is Piscean energy. Pisces, which is a water sign. So a little bit emotional here, a little bit of emotions. And the Hanged Man is pause and surrender. So it's like a period of enlightenment or a period of awakening with something, and really just taking the time to pause and surrender to the process of that. So let's get some clarity on that. Tell me more about what you're surrendering to here. There's a bit of a surrender. You're taking the time to hold on a second. Let me make sure I make the right choice. Seven of Swords. Ooh, Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Magician. Ooh, this is so interesting. So I'll tell you the first things that came to mind right away when I got these. So the Magician is a master manifestor. Remember I said that in the beginning with this power and intention guy? So this might be the masculine, Gemini, Virgo energy. Could be an earth sign that you're dealing with, just from the fact we've had a lot of pentacle energies come through. And we have that Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which is like, again, very related to that 10 of Pentacles being in reverse. So something either financially, something with family, something grounded in that earth energy of a pentacle, right, is not where you want it to be. I don't know if the finances aren't right. You know, I just heard, you know, maybe there's a bum, someone's bumming off you. That song, you know, Scrubs or whatever, I don't want no scrub. Maybe your friend thinks this person is bumming off of you, keeping you, holding you back. But there's a Seven of Swords here, and that's deceit, that's lying, that's trickery. And the Magician came out upright, so I'm not entirely inclined to say that, because if this is in reverse, this is a trickster energy. And so with that Seven of Swords, this would make a lot of sense. If I had, let's say I had this Magician and the Seven of Swords upright, you know, that would be saying, oh, we've got a trickster here, we've got a deceiver. We clearly have a masculine energy who is lying to you. But he's in the upright. So either he maybe betrayed you in the past, and that's why your friend is saying maybe you need to leave him because maybe he lied to you. But let's get some clarity. We need clarity on why there is the Seven of Swords, but we also need to figure out why these Pentacles, these Ace of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles, why are those coming out in reverse? What's this financial issue? Is there deception around finances? What is this? King of Swords. There's that masculine again. Okay. Okay, tell me more. Sorry, I need to figure this out more. Tell me more about that Seven of Swords. King of Wands in reverse. Oh, I don't even remember what that other king was before. Was that the King of Wands? Who was that other king? Ah, I know King of Swords was one of them. Was it King of Cups? I think it was King of Pentacles. Oh, I wish I would have paid attention to that closer. The two kings. But we had that passionate decision, right? With the Two of Wands. So we're just going to take it like this. This is that king, okay? So you're having to make a decision with the king. The passionate king, I don't think is where you're going with things. So I don't know if the passionate king is, if it's a fire sign, if it's who you're with now, if it's who you want to be with. But that King of Swords, his communication is clear. So if he was deceptive before, he's communicating clearly now. So that's really good. Why is the King of Wands in reverse? King of Wands in reverse because of the Eight of Wands. So again, with that Two of Wands, this is like a stepping away. Oh no, I'm sorry, no, that's not. That's Eight of Cups. So there might be something, you know, relevant about that too, about the stepping away aspect of things. But this is Eight of Wands. Again, this is another speed card. So we have had, you know, the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. There's not many cards in this deck that allude in the tarot that allude to speed or like the movement of something, the speed at which something is moving. There's not very many cards that do that. And the fact that we've had 2 and there's only like maybe 3, there's something a lot about speed. So I might need to address this again. So maybe this could be about the timing. Maybe it's a timing thing. Maybe there's these 2 masculine or who are interested in you, but you're going with the King of Swords, the King of Wands in reverse, because maybe it's a timing thing. Maybe it's whoever's moving in quicker towards you, who's ever making that outward effort, whoever's making the most outward effort, whoever's moving in the quickest is the one who's getting your time and energy, your decision. Let's clear the deck again. 7 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, with that power and intention, you've clearly decided. So there's something like I keep talking about, oh, it's a decision. I think you've decided. Tell me more about the decision. The Empress. Oh, wow. An 8 of Cups in reverse. I literally was just talking about the 8 of Cups. And so I'm glad that I brought that up because now this is saying very clearly, I'm not moving away from something. 11-11 on the time. I'm not moving away from something. Even if people think I should move away from something, I'm not moving away from something. I've made my decision. I don't have a bunch of options. I'm not looking at the options. That's what that 7 of Cups in reverse means. The 8 of Cups is the moving away, but it's in reverse, right? So I'm not moving away. I'm not looking at the options because I'm the Empress. This is a very powerful major arcana card saying that this is an empowered feminine. She has decided. She's decided this is motherly, this is fertile, this is the most empowered feminine energy in the tarot. I mean, it just is. So you've decided. This is super cool. Oh wow. Well, good for you. I think that you really believe in your decision because you're coming through empowered. This is not an Empress in reverse. This is not, this wasn't with that 7 of Swords, that deception card. This is not you lying to yourself. This is not you lying to yourself, okay? I want to make sure that's very clear. Tell me about, it's funny. I never really asked this, but tell me the reward. I feel like the universe wants to reward you. I feel like there's, what is this Empress going to be rewarded with now that she's really stuck to her guns? 9 of Swords. Whoa. Whoa, hold on. How is 9 of Swords a reward? How is 9 of Swords the reward for this Empress for being so clear in her decision? 3 of Cups in reverse. Oh, there's just something about friendships. Wow, this is weird. So the reward is losing possibly a quote-unquote good friend. And that might kind of keep you up, because 9 of Swords is like keeping up at night with like anxiety thoughts. So you're not unsure about your decision, but you're being rewarded by kind of a little bit of a heartbreak around losing a friend over it. Because if you stay with this person, you're kind of going to lose a friend over it. You're going to lose the respect of somebody. 7 of Swords, yeah. I think that's just a confirmation again. That trickery and deceit card. Tell me about the friend. Tell me about the friend who's not supporting this. What is going on with that? Why does this friend have to not be your friend? Why can't she just support your decision? The World and Page of Wands reversed. Immediately what I get is like they don't want you to grow, or they're jealous of what you have, or like they can't see it from your perspective. They can't see what you're trying to build with this. They don't understand the passion you have for this person. They just don't get it. They want to keep you with them. They don't want you to expand in the vision. It's not that they don't want to, because they love you, it's not that they don't want you to expand, but they don't want you to expand in the way that you're trying to expand. They want you to expand the way they want you to expand that benefits them. And I don't think they're trying to be selfish here. I mean, this is a beautiful, there's something beautiful about this. I don't think this is a bad friend. I think this is just you having to do the best thing for yourself. And the friend just doesn't understand. 2 of Cups. There's your choice. There's your choice in love right there. You're choosing love. You're choosing your love and your person over this friendship is what I think this is. Any final advice? Let's just ask the tarot. Any final messages, any final advice from the tarot, and then we'll get one last oracle card. This is our last advice from the tarot. Page of Swords, but it kind of came out reverse. Hold on. Let's get one more. Let's get a little clarity for that. Let's get a little clarity for the Page of Swords in reverse. Oh, we got several cards, of course. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. 10 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Wands in reverse. If this partner that you're staying with did you wrong, you're healing from it. You're choosing not to let it beat you up anymore. I think the communication is clear now, like I said, because he came through as that King of Swords. He's a powerful, intellectual communicator with you. Eight of Pentacles in reverse is interesting. So for some reason, you either don't have to work hard on this connection anymore because the communication is clear, or you might leave a job you're at. This could be different for different people. You're definitely over the betrayal. That's the main theme of this. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. It's so weird, these pages. Yeah, sorry. Clarity for the pages, I'm sorry. I just need to make sure that I'm really getting this. Page of Cups. Why are these pages coming out in reverse? What significance does that have? Fell on the ground. Oh my gosh, another page. Are you kidding me? So the pages are represented by... The pages are represented... They're all in reverse. It's just so crazy. The pages are represented by excited new beginnings with things. So it's like a youthful energy. You know, for some people this could be children. I don't know, children could be involved, but I have not really gotten that energy. So for some people, children might be involved. But I don't know. This could just be that there's like options. There's different ways to approach this rebuilding of this connection, this choice around to rebuild the relationship. There's different ways to go about it, is sort of what I'm getting with this. And that friend just may not understand the way you're doing it. Confirmation? Confirmation about that, please. Knight of Cups in reverse. This is just so weird. You know what? I'm not going to pull from the tarot. We're going to go ahead and pull from the oracle. That's what we're going to do to solve this. Oh, that fell out right away. Honesty and communication. Yeah, that's a big aspect of this. Like going forward, there has to be honest communication, probably between you and the friend and you and the relationship you're staying in. Any final advice other than honesty and communication? Again, threw it on the floor. Oh my gosh, any other advice? No. It literally says no. And this feminine energy on this looks very, actually she kind of is giving, like the way her hair is falling up, this actually kind of gives me the Hanged Man energy, Piscean energy. So again, something with Pisces might be significant. But I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I think I got the message. There's no other messages. And we're gonna follow the intuition, we're gonna follow our own beautiful inner guidance and the pause and surrender of this moment that like, you know what, you got the message. I think you said everything you needed to say. So I'm gonna roll with that. Hopefully that was helpful to you. If you liked it, again, please hit the like, please drop a comment, hit subscribe. It's super helpful. I want to grow this channel. I've been doing it for, I want to say, has it been 2 years or just maybe it's just 1 year? I don't know. Either way, I have less than 1,000 subscribers and I've been doing this for over a year for sure. So let's amp it up. Let's get these messages out. These are helpful to people. So it really means a lot. Thank you so much. And as always, we will see you next time.